Masks of Gnarltep is set in the 1920s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It is not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to the Nerds Domain presents Masks of Gnarltep. Join us each week as our investigators follow a path of clues and attempt to save the world from an ancient evil. Starring John Quiett, Jestin, Kimmet, Shirley Niedzwiecki, George Chimples, Jason Hall, and Scott Troiano, with me, Matt Quiett, running the table as the Keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed cultists await you just beyond this music.
Hello and welcome to Nerds Domain presents Masks of Gnarltep. This week I'm here with Shirley.
Hello.
Jason.
Hello.
George.
Hi.
Scott.
We worship the dark ones.
Johnny.
Hi.
Jestin.
Howdy.
Last game, we ended up at the Wilkerson estate, where the party was introduced to Lord... What's his name? What's his first name?
Charles.
Lord Charles Wilkerson. And were allowed to rest a little bit as some people healed from being shot by magic and stabbed or slashed with a sword.
And I was made to take a bath and wear a dress.
It's 1920s England.
That was
not
good.
my fault.
It was good.
So, since the group has already had a week of downtime and they're going to have another week of downtime, we're going to quickly raise skills. This seems like a good place to do it. Sometimes I try and do it at the end of chapters, but we're going to do it here first. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on that, right, Scott?
Yep.
Okay. We're going to take anything that we have succeeded on, and this will have been marked as we went. And we're going to do this a little quicker than last time. Anything that's been succeeded on has been marked in a box, and we're going to try and roll over that. So, it's percentage-wise. So, for instance, Shirley has a 70 in psychology, and she succeeded on that. So, she is going to try to roll above that 70. If she does, she'll roll a d10 and add it to that. So, everybody go ahead and start doing that, and then we'll go around and talk about who got what. So, as these guys are rolling, I wanted to talk real quick about sanity. Normally, at the end of a chapter, there's a chance for sanity. Nothing terrible has been thwarted yet that the players are aware of, so they can't cope with the world a little bit better. So there's no sanity being gained this time.
Didn't we thwart the big god thing?
Did you?
We didn't get them off the post.
The sky cracked and then it uncracked. You saw tentacles
tentacles
were coming down.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have actually listened to that particular episode 3 times. No.
Yeah,
I
you're
said
thinking
the
of
sky
the vision.
cracked. They're thinking of the 2 visions. There were tentacles there, but not out of
But
that.
we stopped it before the tentacles appeared.
Again.
So we should have waited until the tentacles came out and then stopped it.
You should have let Byrne die, and then you could have gotten sanity back.
It's just Byrne.
No.
It's
really
for the greater good.
Yep. So, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so Shirley, what went up with you?
Nothing.
What did you test against?
I tested my numbers or...
No, just what it was.
Oh, psychology, rifle, and shotgun.
You mean shotgun and handgun?
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Handgun.
And nothing went up?
No, nothing
Okay.
went up.
Jason.
My shotgun, spot hidden, psychology, Arabic, cult, listen, jump, and archaeology, anthropology went up.
All right, Jason's an overachiever. Go ahead, George.
All right. My jump went up. My martial arts went up. Psychology, spot hidden did not, and my fist went up. Then I didn't improve on credit rating or occult or spot hidden or shotgun.
Okay. And Scott.
My credit rating went up. My jump went up. My persuade went up. I didn't do my psychology yet. Oops,
you should roll
sorry.
That.
I should roll that. And my shotgun did not go up,
Oh.
which sucks. Well, that would have got me sanity back. Yay.
As a reminder, listeners, if someone takes one of their skills above 90, that will get them sanity back. So
How much?
That's a good question.
Because he did it.
Johnny. Oh, did
Jason
you?
did it.
Oh, then I gotta go look that up.
While Matt's looking that up, I'll fill in. I rolled on handgun, spot hidden, psychology, large club, and fast talk. And large club went up, and psychology went up. But I was rolling on an 8. So
that was from the chair thing, right?
Yeah, that was from the chair fight.
Nice.
So you're better at chairs.
I'm better at fighting with chairs.
That's
Against trained swordsmen.
You gotta carry one with you in the battle
Yes.
now.
Whatever works.
You always have a place to sit down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesse.
My dodge went up, which is good. My occult actually went up, which kind of surprised me. And then my persuade got better.
I didn't check dodge.
I am no better at
No.
clubbing people in the head, unfortunately.
Okay.
Which is kind of a lackluster achievement for your character.
It was. I didn't do a whole lot besides
You're
club
all
people
about
this
clubbing
round.
people like
I
baby
am.
seals.
My dodge did go up.
Your dodge went up?
Yeah.
Okay. George, you don't happen to know what page that's on about gaining sanity back?
I might have a tab in my book.
Okay. So, you spend the next week kind of uneventfully. Scott, can you roll 2d3? So you're going to roll 2d6 and divide those in half.
I don't wanna.
This is to heal.
Oh, good. Then maybe I can do that. Yeah, last time you said, "Hey, do that." Now you did. Now your brain turns into jelly.
When you increase it past 90, you get 2d6.
Yeah, because the professor, and you can't go above your max. Keep that.
I got a 3 and a 1.
So you heal back 4. That should leave you
Yay.
still hurt a little bit, right?
Yeah.
How much?
No, actually, that takes me back up to my top.
Okay.
Because, you gave him some healing during the last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had an actual doctor.
Oh,
Wait, this is with doctors'
Right.
help as well.
Sanity
I still have 2 hit points. Can I heal again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Roll 2d6 and you're healed.
Hey, it's 2.
Okay, so you guys spend that last week kind of reflecting and I'm sure reading. Anybody reading any of the Cthulhu Mythos books that you
I
have?
think I'm reading the last one I am going to be safe enough to read.
Okay. Which book are you reading?
Life of the God was the last one I had.
No good.
So I think I will go
Who
with
gave
that.
him that?
Yeah, Professor Wentworth was just.
I'm
handing
slowly
out that.
sabotaging him. He can have all the books he wants.
I
Want
honestly
to put the
feel
mask
that
on again? It's cool. It's fun for the whole family.
if this is the last book I read, this will be the last book.
Wait, do you have Life as a God, or do I have that?
I think I had it. Did you want it? Did you have it?
What's so there's...
I'm not touching the books anymore.
Yeah. You guys can keep
Yeah, I'm
those.
over here like, pay no attention to the magical artifacts in my trunk.
Jesse.
Or why I pull these 2 sticks out every
You
day
read-
and rub them.
Jesse, you read Life as a God. You gain 4 in your Cthulhu Mythos. Roll a d6.
5.
So you lose 5 sanity. There are no spells. However, hey, look, clues. I will have to pull that out here in a minute. But I will let you read it out of here. There's an excerpt, and I would appreciate it if you read it out loud here.
All right.
Out loud.
Its angles were magnificent and most strange. By their hideous beauty, I was enraptured and enthralled, and I thought myself of the daylight fools who had judged the housing of this room as mistaken. I laughed for the glory they missed. When the 6 lights lit and the great words said, he came. Then he came, in all the grace and splendor of the higher planes, and I longed to serve my veins, sever my veins, so that my life might flow into his being, and make part of me a god.
That sounds sane.
Now we understand why you lost 6. So with that in mind, that's important. You guys should keep that in mind. I'll get you the clue here in a minute.
So there's a room that makes people want to commit suicide.
Yes.
Just so they can be part of a god.
Jesse, this is the only copy. This is the only copy of Life as a God, a handwritten diary by Montgomery Crompton, an English artist who came to Egypt in 1805, and it's rumored he became a minor priest of a cult.
What was that name one more time?
Crompton.
Montgomery Crompton. The book you have has been rebound. Because it was bound in human... Or no, it's still bound in human skin. No, you're good. It's the thing that was bound in something else. Yeah, so this is bound in human skin.
Which book was bound in the monster skin?
People of the Monolith.
Somebody ask him.
Monolith?
People of the monolith.
In the diary are graphic descriptions of murders, sacrifices, and so on, all of which mention the short single-spiked clubs which the cult uses for ritual murders, which you're aware of now. I mean, you've seen these clubs between two cults.
Yeah.
Where do you even get the skin
You
of
make
an elder god to bind a book like that?
Well, you call him. You're like, hey,
You're like, hey,
buddy,
Bob,
can
can I get a toenail?
Or eBay.
eBay. I believe it's 1925, so Eith Bay.
Eith Bay? Nice. Because somebody's going to need money for Christmas, so...
Low Bob's discount demon skin, man.
Oh, nice.
So,
I will most definitely share this information with absolutely everybody, except for McCrea.
Okay.
It's for your own protection.
He doesn't want to insult her womanly sensibilities, apparently.
Wonderful.
Why don't you just give her a dress?
So can we...
Or shove her into it, Sir What's-His-Face's house. Yeah.
I did that for her own good.
Yeah, that certainly helped her out a great deal.
Yeah.
Not make her cry.
It didn't work.
George, you were asking?
Yeah, so when you discuss that with the group, Botticello does, my question would be, at this point of those initial 4 books we got, which were the narcotic manuscripts,
Selections of De Livre Devon.
yeah, something French.
People of the Monolith.
People of the Month, Life as a God. I've read
Africa's Dark Sex.
the narcotic manuscripts. You read Life as a God. I'm just trying to make sure we've covered all 4 of those.
I have also read the French one,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
had a spell in it, which
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've taught you how to do.
okay,
Oh no,
so-
I taught you how to do the spell, didn't I?
Yes.
The disc.
I'm picking up as many spells as I can.
Yes, you have taught that.
I have more spells than you.
Oh, that's perfectly fine with me. I don't plan on using spells. It gets my way of clubbing.
And did you tell us about People of the Monolith, or you just rebound it? Did you say anything about it?
By the way,
I didn't say
want to look into that.
Did I say anything about the
I'm sorry, hold
rebinding?
on.
No, about the book contents.
No, not really.
So, should I read People of the Monolith, is my question.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I
Okay,
don't
then
see how
I
that
will
could
spend
possibly
time
go
reading-
wrong.
Yeah, I didn't get much out of it.
I'll spend time reading People of the Monolith then,
Okay.
while he's reading that.
All right. Well, then, before we get to what you were saying, Jason, I want to get all the books out of the way first. So, People of the Monolith. Somebody else has already read that, right?
Maybe.
Captain Wilkerson
Okay.
did, but he did not share the contents. Did the
you-
professor as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read 3 of 5.
Okay.
You gain 3 in Cthulhu. Roll a d3.
Okay.
You lose whatever that is. Yeah,
bad.
now to d4. And then I would like you to give me a Cthulhu Mythos check. Or no, you can't because it's not there anymore. Never mind. You can't identify what you can't see.
Sorry, how much did I gain?
Gained 3, lost 3.
Ooh.
So
Now,
No, wait.
has anybody asked about the rebinding yet? I don't think they have.
He mentioned it.
He mentioned it, but nobody asked.
yeah, I've seen it, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Actually,
No, my response was more of what the hell did you do to my book?
So... Alright, so all of the books have been read now at least once.
Of those first 4.
Yes.
And then there's Dark Sex of Africa, which have you read that
As
yet?
you finish up that book,
I was
Portal
reading
to
it. I
Hell
haven't
opens.
finished it.
No.
I jump in!
Don't read books that open portals to hell. That's a rule, people.
Okay, so Jason, you wanted to talk about do you
Yeah.
have a book you want to read?
No.
Okay. You want to talk about a headband?
Yeah, because I know it's a protective item. I just don't know how.
Okay.
So
You want to
that's
spend the
what I-
week kind of going over that?
Sure.
Give me a library use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for rolls. Now. Sorry.
Pass.
Okay, and then give me an occult.
Pass.
And then give me a Cthulhu Mythos.
Fail.
Okay. You're making some headway. What's your education is 21 in it?
Yes.
So give me a knowledge roll.
I passed.
Okay. Oh no, give it to me anyway because you can fail on a lot.
I passed by 79.
Okay. You are making some headway knowing what it's not, which is actually kind of helpful. You know that. By narrowing down what it is definitely not, you can look at what it could be and continue on. You're going to need probably 2 or 3 more weeks at this pace, unless you hit something surprising where you're like, this is definitely it.
No.
So this is going to be a long-term thing without kind of knowing.
I just know it's a
Yeah.
protective item in some fashion. And
It
I
is
wanna know
protective,
what.
and you have gained that there is no negative
Yeah.
to wearing it at all.
Yeah.
So
Well, I know there's also a positive to the mask. I just haven't figured out what that is.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear it and find out.
Johnny, do you have something?
entirely
I was
there
just
is
going
a
to say,
positive
is this
physical mask.
again like the mask where you could put it on and find out.
No,
there.
I had him wear it during the combat.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
there was.
Yeah, I was all like, "Here you go, put this on." He was like,
Yeah,
"Cool."
that was all snuck. That was all snuck right past you guys, just so you know. It was like, "Here, go ahead and put this on," and George was like, "Okay." Yeah.
The mask?
No, the headband.
Okay.
Oh, the
Power
headband's
mask here.
No, yeah, I was all like, "Here, wear this. It'll protect you." George was
So-
like, "Okay."
So towards the end of that second week at the Wilkerson Estates, you guys get kind of into a routine. Professor Wentworth and probably Mr. Weld spend some time in the library. You spend time there as well, Mr. Botticello, reading over books and occult research and that kind of stuff. Mr. Byrne, what do you spend your time doing besides holding your guts in? No, I mean, that's all been stitched up. So what do you spend time doing?
Just relaxing, enjoying the.
Are you
English
interested in
countryside.
learning more about the occult?
No.
This is a point where you could gain some.
I have no interest whatsoever.
There you go.
Wise man.
I'm trusting everyone else to cover
Scott,
that and tell me what to shoot.
I have a pretty mask.
Scott, you try and do much of anything during the day, and the butler makes it very difficult in that stoic English way.
Ferguson? Yeah.
Yes, Ferguson's like, "Oh no, Captain, let's and just like steer, like every time you're like, I'm gonna go out and have a tea by the garden. No, you're gonna stay in bed. So
So
At
grounded.
a certain point, Weld will try and come in and do some guided meditations with
Okay.
the captain, if the captain will allow it and the butler will allow it.
as long as he stays in his room,
Yes.
and this is not a bad room. He has a sitting area. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not the
He
eldest
has
child, but he's
chambers.
Yes, his chambers. He's not the eldest child, but he sure as heck isn't looked down upon.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like I'm 8 once more.
Yeah, and
Wonderful.
it would be assumed also that your brother might, if he was on the island. I forget. I don't remember what your background says, but if he's available, he may come and visit. Just, you've had something happen, so.
Oh, yes.
So, if you want to do that, George, go right ahead. I would like to.
And I most definitely yes to that.
Yes?
Oh, yes. I mean, if you're offering, if you're selling, I'm buying.
Right. So
Every little bit helps.
Weld would come in and tell you, trying to put you at ease. He wouldn't, in light of your physical infirmities, I assume, so you're still weak from being blasted with wizard rays.
Yeah, something.
What physically,
Nothing.
He took a dagger in
just
the
weak?
face.
or just mentally out of it?
Physically, his body. It's as though he's been beaten, but there are no bruises.
Mm-hmm.
He aches and hurts. It's like having the flu without the vomiting and the other such.
Yeah. So nothing too physically strenuous. Maybe just sitting down upright, and would just take you through trying to calm you. Maybe have some tea with it, because that seems to be a calming influence with you, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then once you're settled down, just kind of talking you through, sitting with you, and teaching you how to just kind of. And this is something he actually would know how to do decently enough to probably calm you down. If you want, if I could make some rolls for it. If that
Yeah,
would
go
be
ahead.
good to see that. But would relax you, talk you through it. Say focus on. You wouldn't do any chanting with you, but just kind of focus on yourself. Focus on feeling yourself kind of melting away, moving past the body to try and get to that point where you're not thinking about anything, as a method of trying to kind of heal your mind. So, as he would probably assume that if you are thinking about something, you're thinking about horrible, horrible stuff, and he's trying to get that, expunge that from from your psyche at this point in time. So that would be a success for martial arts.
Okay.
Do you want me to do?
Yeah. Also, give me an occult.
Occults, yes. And that will succeed as well.
Okay.
And is there something that you want me to focus on that helps to key the nothingness state? Is there...
Weld would... knowing that Wilkerson has sort of... is recalcitrant in dealing with some of this stuff, he might try and focus on a little bit of chanting, and would see if Wilkerson is receptive to this. And if he is...
Oh, yes.
He's receptive?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So maybe just kind of going with an and just kind of, not chanting, but kind of just holding that sound out, so that kind of creates kind of a white noise.
Okay.
Fills the air and then kind of calms you. So,
Absolutely.
So, how much time and how often? Like half an hour sessions, once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Hour-long sessions? What are you looking at?
I would say twice a day, half an hour, maybe in the morning after when he was relaxed. After
Well,
a little bit after breakfast.
At tea times?
Yeah, at tea times. Exactly. Yeah,
That would make so much sense.
mid-afternoon, mid-morning. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, Scott, give me a D3 roll.
1.
You gain 1 sanity back.
Oh, yeah.
As you slowly, you're not coming to grips, but it feels like you're a little better off dealing with what's going on and what's happened.
Big baby.
So,
There it is.
Scott, this
what
would
I
also
needed.
be, since he's walking you through this would also be a chance for you to read some of the occult books. And your father has an extensive library, so there's some there. Would you like to spend time doing that?
Oh, really?
Well, except these are for people who don't have really any occult. So
Yes, I'd like to try to get some grip on the horrors that have racked me so
roll
far.
a D10 for me.
10.
You gain 10 in occult. You spend the week between Weld and not being allowed out of your room and kind of stuck in that situation. You gain that.
Yay.
So, Shirley, what do you do for the week?
I guess my question would be, since she had spent some time with Annie Oakley, do they do skeet shooting out on the lawn and things like that?
Well, sounds
She would
Trap shooting?
She misses her horses, so she would try to get out and do some riding, participate in skeet shooting if they
When
decide to do that.
Lord Wilkerson notices that not only are you proficient with guns but also with horses, he takes you out on a hunt
That would be awesome.
that he actually invites no one else to. Which
That's creepy.
he has he has servants with him, but none of the rest of the group is invited. So he has a couple of friends and some servants, and you guys go out and hunt foxes, which is what they do.
That would be awesome.
But he makes you a pleated skirt, or a riding skirt, or has it made for you. So he doesn't. He seems to ease with you while still being very stern.
Mm-hmm.
You're not totally worthless.
And you've noticed that the way that he looks at the captain, you can see some of those similar facial patterns. That same care in how he looks at you, almost like you're another son, but while still respecting your femininity.
But not such a
And nobody saw that.
And there's no way to join the. I mean,
No.
You're stuck in your
Ferguson doesn't let me out of the room, right?
Yeah, you're
great.
I'd like to go hunting with father, and Ferguson says, "I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would."
Great.
Wouldn't we all? Sir? Wouldn't we
That's
all?
good for you, little boy. Sit in your bed and be quiet.
Yeah, sit down.
So what I would like you to do is to roll above your ride, or try to. I guess try to. Wow, man, what is going on?
I have sucky dice. Hold on, let me change
Yeah,
them.
everyone, it's been 12,
12,
15, 20. This would be all great if we were doing something. You want to go the other way.
It's going to be the exact opposite when it comes to that.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, your ride does not go up in that week because you can't roll for junk, or yes, you can roll, but not for the things you want to. But you want to keep those dice out, though. Don't worry about that. That's good. So the week goes by uneventfully. You get towards the end of that second week, and it's night on. You know what? I got this written down. So 2 weeks after so it is night on the 11th of February, late, and Captain Wilkerson, I would like you to roll a sneak.
Made it.
Okay, so late on the 11th, Captain Wilkerson sneaks out of his room past Ferguson, who's not sitting there, but clearly
He's in there
he's prepared.
He's ready for me to.
Into the professor's room, finds the mask while the professor is asleep. And Professor, let's talk about what you see when it's put on you.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Go ahead and give me a D4.
Turns about fair play.
2.
Oh, that might be the good one. Probably.
Nice.
Is it good one?
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a good one. No.
We've already done that.
We've already done that one, so we're going to
Roll
go with
again.
one. We're just
Oh,
going to
we're
go
gonna
with
go with
one.
Okay.
You see in front of you this you're schooled. Your character is schooled in the Norse mythology, so a man where you would expect a Norseman to look like large, white hair, beard,
6'4", blonde, muscular, Northern
and
European.
This isn't even blonde; it's white hair.
Okay.
But he's riding a chariot pulled by goats.
Okay.
I want to have that dream.
It's a lot better than what I had.
And
I'm waiting for tentacles to like pop out of his mouth.
no, you notice all around you that you're in like a fluid space. You can breathe and all that, but you don't. There's no real like you can't move your arms. You don't really feel your body. Go ahead and give me an occult roll.
Pass.
Hey, look at that. So,
Surprise.
you realize that this is clearly an out-of-body experience. You're experiencing this in its own form. As he gets closer, you realize that he's not much in a chariot as he is in almost like a large seashell, and that these aren't goats. This is some sort of goat-like creature with a horn on its nose, like almost down towards where the nostrils are. So, like a unicorn that's horn has been moved down.
Okay.
And it's not. It's maybe the horse is large, or the goat is larger than it should be. But so for a goat the size of a horse, the horn is maybe 3 or 4 inches long. So it's not a protruding huge horn, but
Does it have back legs?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like a hippocampi.
No.
Right.
I'm trying to think of any, like, me, the player, is trying to think of any Norse god that fits that description.
No, none of them do, but it looks very Norse to you, like that.
Yeah.
It has that Northman kind of look to the body and the physique and the skin tone.
A go Viking.
Thor used goats to pull
Yeah.
his chariot, but since
that's
you
not
got
him,
a better
though.
look at it, it's like, oh, that's not him.
Also, their skin's translucent and you can see their hearts beat.
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You really can't see that. That's what the men from Scandinavia look like.
We apologize to our Scandinavian listeners.
Matt Quiett, 2013.
You realize as this chariot approaches and slows and stops that he's looking at you with intelligent, almost human-like. I won't say human, but human-like eyes. You don't feel any terror. You feel some trepidation. It's clear this is something going on. But he looks at you in almost a waiting fashion.
I'm looking around waiting for the sky to crack open. Weird shit to happen.
No, nothing like that
I'm
happens.
just kind of like...
Give me an idea roll.
Come on. Passed by 81.
Okay. As he stands, or as he kind of stays where he's at, you realize that maybe he's waiting for you to speak, to hear what you have to say.
Hi. I don't know where I am. I'm fucking asleep. Like, I'm just kind of like,
You could always pull out the standby. Hello!
hello, governor.
I'm never gonna live.
Sorry to break in.
As you speak, you realize that that you're not speaking English or any other language, but you almost feel like you're communicating but not speaking.
My mind to you.
Yeah, a little bit without the cheesiness.
It's mine.
Good morrow. How may I help you? You've summoned me.
Come on, brain
Yeah,
man.
like,
You're
total
the
look-
professor here,
no,
right?
Like, seriously, like, total look of confusion. Like, I was asleep.
Perhaps there will be a time in a sandy place that you will need me. And you feel like a push, and you awaken. And the mask kind of slides off your face. Do you grab, you don't have a chance to activate.
Yeah, I'm still in that, like,
Wilkerson,
zoned
do you,
out
do
visual
you
state.
grab the mask?
The mask comes off of his face.
So, I guess I should explain.
Snork!
I guess I should explain.
Yeah, I'm
so
not-
you kind of lightly, gingerly put the mask on his face. He's on his back, and you put it on his face, and even in the dark light, or the darkness and the lack of light, you see his eyes expand to fill the holes of the mask. You've not seen this before, but it was described to you once before.
Yes.
30 seconds later, the mask kind of just slips to the side. And you pick that right back up.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to be seen? Are you going to let the Wilkerson see you? Or Wentworth see you? I'm going to need you to roll stealth.
Which is different than sneak?
Sneak, sorry. Sneak.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Are you also, in case you did not in fact sneak, try and conceal the mask behind your back or something?
Yeah, I'm not going to walk out like...
So also roll conceal.
Doing the cartoon burglar.
Right. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Also roll conceal.
Conceal.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm all like...
Yeah. Jason, you awaken from whatever this was. And you are kind of left with this feeling of confusion. Because, like, if you had to guess, this was a dream.
Yeah, like I know something happened, but I can't really explain
Unless
it.
some jerk put the mask on you. But you don't see anybody.
Well, based on what I've seen, I'm not waking up screaming, so I would assume the mask.
Roll a spot hidden, if you would.
Fail.
Okay. There's nothing out of the ordinary other than, I mean, you're in a different house, but you've been here for like 2 weeks. You know that there's been some other dreams going on, so maybe something's going here. But whatever you were interacting with was powerful. You would almost say an elder god. You can roll Cthulhu Mythos to see if you recognize it. No?
Not a chance.
Okay. You could spend your time. You could spend some time looking into that.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna immediately jot down a description of him and
okay.
the ghost.
So you immediately pick up a piece of paper.
Yeah. Like I'm approaching it from an academic standpoint.
Yeah. So you turn on your light, Captain. Like as soon as you slip out the door and close it quietly behind you, you see the light go on in his room, and you sneak back to yours. I assume. Okay, I'll wait for your
read that
secret text to me.
Well, it's a note.
I'm waiting.
I would pass you a note.
I know.
You're lucky my spot hidden isn't one of my good skills.
Yeah.
I was counting on it. I was very much counting on it.
Of my 831 skill points, only 10 are in that.
Excellent.
Good to know.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, Brainiac, you're staring at the helpful elder god. Come on now.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, then yes.
Okay.
So you take your notes, and 20 minutes after, I mean, you really go through. I clearly did not describe it as well as you saw it.
Yeah.
But you have an idea. So you really described like the feeling and all that. You write it all down, and then like you're kind of putting stuff away and getting ready to go back to bed, and you notice that the mask of Hayama is kind of not where you left it.
I immediately go to his room.
Okay.
Botticello.
However, like it was
Yes.
it was
with a gun.
It was tucked away in a bag or in your trunk. It's now kind of sitting out on like your sitting area table.
Okay.
This could go so bad.
So are you going straight to Botticello's room?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be keeping a dagger in my pocket.
A dagger. Okay.
And by dagger, he means shotgun.
Yes. So you go
No, by dagger I mean put it over in the eye.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you taking the sticks?
I will rub them both gently and then walk out of the room.
Okay. So you head over to his door. Do you knock?
No, I want to see like there's anything disturbed. If it looks like he's left his room.
You don't see the door's shut. You don't see any light coming from underneath.
Okay, do I see any lights in any other people's room?
No.
Open the door.
Okay. It looks as though Botticello might be on. I assume you went to sleep like you normally do.
Like I always do.
It looks like Botticello might be on the bed, but you know better. There's a lump there. Probably not there. There's a gun on the bedside table. Probably not there. Give me a spot hidden.
Fail.
And a listen.
What is my listen? Fail.
Do I get to listen to hear the door open?
Yes. You do hear some heavy snoring
I'm not sure
coming from the bed area.
I failed my listen also.
Okay. Looks like normal Botticello stuff.
Is anyone out and about, or does anyone come out and about?
Go ahead and roll. I assume that the professor here wasn't like flinging doors open and.
Well, no, I just like
halls.
I didn't knock. I just opened the door like I was going to walk in, but didn't walk in.
But you're not kicking the door.
Yeah, I'm not like you. I'm not Rambo style because I heard a creak on the floorboard.
So what do you do?
Well, I'm going to take a few minutes and just kind of like stare in from the aspect of the door and just look like if it looks like he just dived in here or if it looks like this room hasn't been disturbed in a few hours or whatever.
Well, it doesn't look like anything's been moved in a few hours. You hear rhythmic snoring. Could give me a medicine.
The Rambo comment. Now you've hurt my feelings. Now we're both in the wrong.
No, we're not. I'm totally in the right.
From your medical knowledge, that sounds like actual rhythmic like sleep.
Like actual sleep.
Yeah, not like
I'm asleep.
I'm totally asleep. Snore, snore. So you don't know quite where it's coming from, but wherever it's coming from, it sounds pretty natural.
All right, so Captain Paranoid has been asleep for a while and has not been up and about.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna go to the captain's room and just open his door.
Okay.
No knocking.
You go straight to bed. Okay. Yeah, you open the door, and I assume you don't sleep under the bed with your gun on the nightstand or anything stupid, do you?
No, but I might have firearms in the bed with me.
Roll a listen.
Yes.
Okay, your door has been opened.
Should he roll a listen now?
Nope. You clearly hear a shotgun cock.
Interesting. So, what exactly was your plan?
Did you say this out loud?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I recognize
No, I'm going to tell you like flat out. I'm just going to be like, Botticello is actually asleep. I went there first, but you're the only other one.
Well then I bring up the light. Set this I was like, well, okay, I'll set that aside. It was my feeling that we needed to learn more. Did things go well or poorly? They seemed well.
It's none of your business.
Fair enough.
So, what was your agenda in doing this?
We needed to learn more.
About?
Skies cracking open and that sort of thing. And I know personally I'm not doing that again, but you don't look shaken.
Well, some of us are badly equipped mentally to handle things.
And I'm just, apparently we are.
Don't sneak into my room again, Captain.
Of course.
I mean it.
I would never dream of it. My apologies for doing so in the first time.
And don't touch any of my artifacts without telling me.
Certainly. Have you found any that would be of interest as opposed to the mask?
No.
Oh, that's an obvious lie. So which ones? So which
All
ones?
of them.
All of them are useful?
Well, depending on who you are, yes.
Well, then it's good to know that there was use out of your wearing the mask. You need not tell me what that is this evening. I am sure it will come up eventually.
Excuse me. Me, the player, has like a hair in my throat. Don't let it happen again.
Of course not.
I don't want to wake up having god dreams in my room all of a sudden.
But it does not. Does he look shaken at all?
No. I mean, you can roll psychology, but unless he's hiding it, unless he's British.
Right.
Stiff upper lip.
No.
Yeah, no, he looks fine. He looks irritated that,
Right.
put a mask
Yeah,
on.
I'm pissy that somebody snuck in my room and dropped a mask on my face.
I felt it was important, and you don't look worse the wear.
I'm not.
Then it was a success. You're welcome.
Oh, really?
Or I should say, we're welcome.
Alright. If that's how you want to play it, Captain.
Did you see no benefit from that? Did you learn anything?
No.
Well, then it was a waste. My apologies.
I'm not ready to accept those apologies quite yet.
I understand.
I'm locking my door from now on, by the way.
Okay, no, I think you have a good reason to. So, anything? The last couple of days go fine. Do you two mention this the next morning?
Oh no, I'm just going to be like giving him the evil eye for like the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
I will be mentioning it.
By the way, I did not close Botticello's door when I turned around into the cabins.
So Captain Paranoid waits. Oh, they're here to get me. They came in while I slept. This ought to go well.
Yeah, you Botticello, your door has been opened in the middle of the night. Clearly, they came in.
Clearly, they came in.
The heretics.
They must have rummaged through your things.
I will make sure everything is in its place.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be.
I should have.
There is a lock on my
I was so
door.
tempted to
all
like,
this shit.
dude. I was so
That's
tempted to like
present.
lob a dagger with magic through the air to your headboard. Just like, ding.
So, you discuss it the next morning at breakfast?
Well, when he's giving me the evil eye.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't look any more pleased this morning than you did last evening. Are you still
I can't
upset?
imagine why.
Are you still upset?
Did something happen? My door was left open.
He snuck into my room and dropped the mask on my face.
What?
Really?
Ian's all like, just like, all right, we're going here. All right.
Why?
He thought it would be beneficial.
Was it?
No.
But yet it seemed to be not detrimental in any way.
You don't seem as shaken as I was when I went through it.
Nor I.
Well, I have spent our entire time studying the arcane mythos.
Well, that could mean he either seen something we didn't, or he enjoyed what he's seen.
Either or. I hadn't thought of the latter.
I didn't kill you in your sleep, did I?
So you're the one who opened my door.
Well, only 2 of you had worn the mask. Only 2 of you were going to drop it on my face in the
Do I
night.
look like the person who wants to spread the evil? Have I ever at any time said
no.
I'm more than willing to destroy the mask right this moment so it never happens again?
I agree.
I say we present it and do it.
I'm not going to be carrying it around with me to breakfast.
Well, no.
Well, that's one of the things that's why I wanted to bring it up. Like, well, I have it with me now, my precious. It was going to be like, oh, well, now we know.
Yeah. You tried that once. And it didn't work.
I tried it with a physical object.
As opposed to...
I believe you've picked something up that hurt one of our allies that did not seem rather physical. Maybe that would work.
What?
The dagger.
I haven't used it.
No, but we seen you pick it up, didn't we?
You saw me pick up the physical dagger, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I was saying, that the dagger might work.
Yeah,
Right, the sacrificial dagger might...
Yeah, the dagger
No,
might...
the dagger
If
is
you
just a
take one
dagger.
ritual object and you take one ritual object, you combine them, who knows what happens?
Yeah, I will pull the dagger from my back and just be like, it's just a dagger.
Oh, you have it on you.
Yes, I do.
Can I roll a cult on the dagger, man?
That is a good question. Could I as well?
Ditto.
Matt,
What now?
could we roll a cult on the dagger that he just presented
Sure,
on the table?
yeah.
Woot. Yes.
Yep.
Nope.
So, who succeeded?
These 2.
Specifically, we're trying to figure out
I
whether...
give you 10 points, and suddenly you're like, yes, I know all of the occults.
Identify!
Is it
Detect magic, man, yes.
Yes, detect magic. Is it rating any sort of mystical thing? Also, what is it?
If I remember correctly, the
It's
last time you
just
looked
a
at it,
dagger.
it's just a normal sacrificial dagger. And
A
it's
normal sacrificial dagger.
Yeah, like you wanted to get at the hardware store.
Yeah.
It's a dagger that somebody tried to
When you go to Cultists Are Us,
Right.
and you go down the aisles, there's the normal sacrificial daggers. There's the bad fast sacrificial daggers. You know, this is just a normal one.
And the fancy ones.
Yeah, then the fancy ones. Yeah.
So, do you make a move if we go to pick it up? Do you do anything?
No, I'm not going to try to like snatch it and be like,
Yeah.
my
So,
face.
handling it, there's no sense of it feeling.
And
weird.
as you guys are having this conversation, finally, Lord Wilkerson goes,
Oh, I forgot we're talking at breakfast.
Which we do have with him.
That will be enough for now.
I will hand the dagger back to Wentworth.
I will go back to eating my meal.
Yep.
If this is something you would,
I will giggle a little bit.
if this is something you wish to discuss later, feel free to do so, but not during my breakfast.
Of course, my lord.
Yes, Father.
And he finishes breakfast kind of quickly for him and leaves, as though to give you the time to discuss it, but he doesn't want to know anything else.
Should I comment on the upbringing of somebody who accosts people in the night?
No.
You go right ahead. I will just stare into my plate. I don't want any piece of that.
Yeah, I guess I'll pass.
I mean, having been on the other side of similar social situations, I will also be eating very quietly, like looking as a scolded child, eating my sausage.
In your pajamas.
No, I'm dressing. I'm not wearing those around him. I'm dressed very.
You all have been
Very
outfitted
starched.
with a proper English wardrobe.
You're not the only one that feels like they're eating.
starch
This-
chic.
Yeah.
See,
So, I'm sorry. Was there anything else? He has left the table.
So would the dagger destroy the mask? Let's destroy it now.
Let's try it at least. What's the worst that'll happen?
Well, perhaps you should go to my room and get it. You seem to know exactly where it is.
Well, I don't know where you put it after last evening. Not that it was hard to find the first time.
It wasn't supposed to be.
could we perhaps agree that we will not be putting on anyone else's face though in the future?
You don't lock
Yes.
your door.
All
You
right.
are holding all of the artifacts.
Well, I consider most people to be raised well enough not to sneak
But what if
into
it
my
wasn't
room.
one of us? Have we not had our apartments raided in the past?
Yes, we have.
I'm
I
going
have.
to buy a padlock for your trunk. And I will ask. I actually leave to go ask
Ferguson?
Ferguson to get a padlock.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, sir. We'll have one brought right away.
Like,
Oh.
You realize, of course, this is just a trunk. If you put a padlock on it, you can just kick in the side.
yeah, but I'm saying for someone casually, you'll be woken up by that, won't you?
Oh, yeah.
Ta-da!
Hello?
Let's hope nobody at the table can pick locks.
We've seen Botticello pick locks.
Right, but if I kick, if someone kicks in the side of your trunk, at the very least you'll be able to go, no, don't put it on my face. So there's that.
No.
You're assuming I wouldn't.
So nothing happened.
Right.
So nothing happened when the mask went on. Is that what you're saying?
Nothing bad, no.
So something good happened?
Some Norwegian, Swedish guy in a chariot told me he'd help me on sand.
Do you describe it better than that?
No.
Okay.
I will ask.
Jesse,
Well.
Jesse, roll your occult.
Can I roll?
I'm
a
being
cult?
purposely
I got it.
vague.
No, because you don't speak French. You got it?
Yes.
You remember that spell you had the option to learn and you passed on? The
Yes.
one where you could contact a thing?
Yes.
That's the thing.
Oh, the Nodden?
Yes.
Yeah,
He was
the-
contacted by a Nodden through the mask.
Want to wear it again now, don't you? Boom!
Roll me an idea.
As Jesse glares across the
I
table.
got an idea.
Okay, so Jesse, it occurs to you that if the mask has a direct contact, then trying to perform that ritual while wearing the mask might make it easier.
Jack Daddy.
Can I roll to see what I know about Noddens? Because personally, I don't know anything about Noddens.
Who
You
here
actually,
thinks
because you read the
Botticello
book,
wear the
and
mask
you-
again would be anyway a good
Is it
idea.
not in a place?
No, it's not.
I will not put my hand up for that.
Guys, because you have read that book and it specifically had that, you know that Noddens are neither good nor evil. They are almost beneficial to humans at times.
So it's like the user?
I'm sorry, can you speak up?
It's like the user?
What do you mean the user?
In
Like,
reboot.
he's never... He's never...
I seriously thought that's what you were talking about.
Could you be more obscure?
I seriously thought that's what you were talking
Good
about. I
take,
apologize.
I've talked about a reboot and the potential of its reboot 4 times
Yeah.
this week with 4 different people.
That's weird.
'Cause you're a nerd.
We could use hexadecimal as an enemy. That would be
Okay,
perfect.
so
Anyway.
Nodden
Kinda
is
neutral?
and it's Noddens,
Ah.
but it is a person. Noddens is not the plural of Nodden. It is Noddens, this deity, this elder thing. He is the only thing that you have ever found that is not straight out alien in nature. He's still alien in nature, but not alien in nature in such a way that is scary and terrible. He's alien in nature, kind of like, if you had to make a very simple analogy, like a drunk uncle who wants to show you weird things. And I don't mean weird things in bad ways, but
so he's Google.
You want to put this mask on while you're asleep?
Can we use him as an unseen servant?
No.
Oh wow, no.
Are you going to share this revelation of the mask and the spell together with the rest of the
Yes.
Okay.
And what
Are you going to share
this spell in?
Are you going to tell
maybe good things do come out of the mask.
Are you going to tell them tell him what he saw?
Yes,
So,
I will
go ahead.
explain what a noddin is.
What Noddins is.
What noddins is. And it is what was previously explained.
It is insert conversation here.
Exactly. And I have acquired... I have the chance to acquire a spell that will allow me to communicate with it.
From where?
From one of the books.
Which one?
But you had the opportunity to speak with the Noddins?
The French one.
I wouldn't call it speaking when one suddenly finds oneself from going from a sleep to weird random god dream.
Yes, we got the part that I went into your room while you slept and put the mask on.
What did it say to you?
The French one, I will say, holding up the French book.
That at a time and place on sand he would help.
Time and
Help.
place in sand.
So
They have been known to not be completely hostile.
They? Is there more than one?
It, those. It gets confusing when you talk of things like this.
Yes, yes.
But this is one of these crack in the sky tentacled things.
Not exactly.
Well, this one is in the shape of a human, at least.
Yes. So,
Or chooses to be.
but an
Yes.
offer of assistance was given to you, and you do not view this as a good thing?
You don't view this as an important thing to tell us.
I didn't know what it was.
You've seen what I just explained, and you come at us with a definition of what you just drew at us?
Let's
How
see.
is an image like that not burned into your mind?
We run into things that crack open skies and devour souls and sanity, and I don't want to discuss the magical god being that talked to me in my dreams. Can't imagine why. One might think that I would take the time to research it before I assume it's a beneficent creature.
Roll idea, Jesse.
I have an idea.
In Life as a God, you read of a place of sand with a bent pyramid.
In Life of God, I read of a place of sand with a bent pyramid.
Bent pyramid.
Bent.
That is important to the Black Pharaoh.
That was important to the Black Pharaoh.
Is.
And is this supposed to be a physical location on this earth?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know where?
I would assume Egypt.
He keeps looking at Matt.
Well, since Montgomery Crompton was a member of a cult in Egypt.
Yeah, one would assume pyramid equals Egypt.
No, there's other kinds of pyramids.
Yeah, there are.
a
In
lot
all
of
fairness, there
different
are.
pyramids.
But yes.
Sand, yeah, Crompton's from Egypt. I figure it's going to be somewhere around Egypt.
That's something to look into.
And that'll do us tonight for Nerds Domain presents Masks of Neuraltep.
I was gonna ask, so are we going to Egypt
Yeah.
now?
You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. You can go over to /loot.com and order our shirts at shirts, not our shoots, our shirts at
When are we getting
ti-
shoots?
we're not getting
I
shoots.
do want shoots now.
tinyurl.com/indie shirts, and we will talk to you guys real soon.